Jerian, congratulations on the ACC championship. You guys went out there and showed what you can do in a tournament situation. Do you feel like that is the best possible scenario to know what you've got to face now that you go into this next part of the season?
Yeah, I do. I think just being able to play in a tournament like that, where every team you play against is a very good team, it will help out.
Pat had mentioned that this team kind of wanted to establish itself as a different type of team at Notre Dame to kind of he used reinvent the program, so to speak. Do you feel like you've been able to set a stamp on this program at Notre Dame that has reached a level that you guys had in your own minds?
Yeah, winning the ACC championship, I think, is big time. That's something that big time programs do. So, just to be able to do that, I think will go a long way in the future.
What do you see as the most pivotal key for you guys as you go into this next phase, the NCAA tournament? What are those key factors for you guys as you enter this?
I think for us, it's just playing our game. Obviously, I think we've been a top 10 team for most of the season. So as long as we continue to play our game and not try to do anything different, I think we'll be fine.
Thanks, Jerian.
Questions for Jerian?
You and Pat had talked about having success in the ACC tournament this year. How important is it for you guys, the two of you guys, to now have success in the NCAA? Something that you haven't been able to do.
Yeah, it's extremely important. We still want to rewrite history here at Notre Dame. I feel like we've done something so far, but just to be able to go to the Sweet 16, in the Elite Eight, get a chance to play against Kentucky and do something special there, it would mean a lot.
What is it about this team that won't allow it to be satisfied coming off the ACC tournament? Like that's in the past. Let's start fresh and keep building on that.
Well, definitely having leaders like me and Pat. I think us knowing that these could be our last games. The young guys want to help us keep playing on, and it fuels them and it fuels us.
Jerian, Coach had mentioned that you challenged you and Pat to play better defense before the ACC tournament. How much do you think you guys individually and as a team got better this week on defense?
We took our matchups personally. It's about guarding your guy. Our help defense has been great, but if you don't need help defense, it'll help your defense anymore. So we went up to each and every guy and we took our matchups personally to keep our guy in front of us.
Jerian, what was that moment like when you guys won?
Yeah, it's hard to explain. I gave Coach Bray a hug, and he said we did it. We did something special, something that's never been done at Notre Dame, and it's really hard to explain.
When you came back in June, take the nets off. How long will you?
Probably one more day, because we've talked about cutting some new nets down. So this will be it for this, but it's something that we'll definitely be able to look at 10, 20 years from now. But we're not done yet.
When you came back in June, when did you start to realize that this team had the potential to achieve some of the things you've achieved this year?
I think practice and definitely in Italy. I seen Steve, Zach, Demetrius. I seen those guys really play up to their potential, and me and Pat were kind of sat back a little bit and watched and seen what those guys could do, and obviously you've seen it now. It's gone a long way.
You mentioned potential Elite Eight against Kentucky, the undefeated #1. How important is it to you guys just to have no fear to go into this tournament expecting to do big things like beating them, beating them?
Yeah, like I said, we want to play our game. We feel like if we play our game, we can, play well against any team in the country. And if it happens to be Kentucky, we'll go out there fearless and confident.
You talked about wanting to rewrite history. You've been here and seen that Notre Dame hasn't done well in the tournament in recent years. What makes you confident that this team has what it takes to do better than they have in recent years?
Well, we've had an amazing regular season. That's been done before, but we just won an ACC championship. That's something that's never been done. That's something that's going to go down in history here at Notre Dame. And we have a different team. Every year it's a different team. So, and this team is that much more different. So, we have confidence to going into the NCAA tournament.
What do you think it takes to be? You've been in the tournament. What is the key to being a good tournament team?
Just being fearless, being confident, just playing your game. You can't go out there playing not to lose. You just have to go out there and play your game.
How different is Selection Sunday today than it was a couple years ago when you're coming in after a Big East Conference tournament loss? How different is it?
The confidence level is sky high. You're not really worried about who you're matching up with. It's just, once you see your name, you're just ready to go out there and play. And I think that's what this team is doing.
Why has this team handled
I think it's definitely the trust that we have in each other. Whether if we go down or if we go up, we trust in each other that we're going to be able to make a comeback or weather a storm because, everybody in our locker room knows that we can win and we have confidence in each other.
You guys entered the ACC tournament 26-5, but like what Pat said, not a lot of people were talking about Notre Dame. Why is it that you feel maybe you guys still don't get the respect, especially in the ACC? Even I mean, you were 26-5 going into the weekend.
I think it's because the program hasn't done much in March before, so obviously we're gonna keep getting that until we do something. And I think making a statement, winning the ACC championship is gonna gain us a lot of respect in the future.
How much does that drive you guys? Like, March is gonna be different around here with us.
A lot. Pat always talked about rewriting Notre Dame history, and I think we've done that a little bit this year, but we're not done. We still have another tournament that we want to go and win it all.
Last Sunday, Okafor won the ACC Player of the Year. Is that something you were thinking about as you led up to the final and semifinal against Duke a little bit? Feel you?
Yeah, going into the game, but once the game started, it was all about getting the win. I think I talked about just being able to get a win would be more important than ACC Player of the Year. So I feel like if my team won, I think that would speak for itself.
Jerian, you guys are a 3 seed, and you have 2 wins over a number 1 seed. Do you guys feel in a way actually slighted that you're not seeded higher?
Not at all. We really didn't focus on what our seeding was going to be. It was all about just seeing our name there, and especially after last year not being here, it meant a lot just to see our name up there. And we're playing with a lot of confidence, so we really didn't care who we matched up with or what number was next to our name.
How confident is this team going into this tournament?
Extremely confident. Like you said, we beat 2 number 1 seeds, so we're just ready to play.
I know it's been a whirlwind, but what kind of moment sticks out from the last, 24, 12 hours of celebrating his ACC championship?
Just being on stage with the team, holding up the trophy and cutting down some nets. It's something special. It's something special with this team, and we still have a long way to go.
Any other questions for Jerian, other than Pat's question?
Jerian, I wanted to know what made you want to be like your fellow co-captain and wear superhero socks in the ACC tournament?
Well, actually, it meant a lot to me just for you to tell me that I could be a captain with you, during the ACC tournament. So, I just wanted to be like you and wear socks too.
Jerian, I had a question for you. Your uncle was pretty excited last night. He's obviously been in some championship games of his own. Any insight you've gotten from him? And how much does it mean? I mean, it's one thing for your own parents to be there, but he seems to be a really big supporter of you and a big fan. Of course, we're talking about Horace, but can you just give us a little insight about your relationship with him and what he shared with you about his championships?
Oh yeah, he's been a big part of my life. Just talking to him about championships, like you said, it takes a lot. You have to put in a lot of work, and you're gonna have to be a great leader. And we kind of joked around a little bit because I gotta tease him because I won an ACC championship, and that's something that he didn't do.
Did you hear anything from Eric as far as congrats and wish I was here with you to celebrate that?
Yeah, he texted all of us. He texted all of us, said he watched the game. I think it was maybe like 4 a.m. where he was at, but he watched the whole game, and he congratulated us, and he was really excited for us and happy for us. So that meant a lot for me, Pat, Zach, and all the rest of the guys.